This is gonna be a pretty unhinged video. The lock community is just as texturous as the loose hair naturals. Like, all side, natural as fuck. Like, look at my eyebrows right now. And I have no intention on doing them. I've kept them like this for weeks.
So here's the tea. I've twisted the back of my hair and I'm gonna do the front of my hair now on camera. I wanted to just do like a retwist with me, but I didn't want to show the whole process because I already have a video on like how I retwist my hair. So I was like, let me just talk to you guys. I should talk about like controversial lock topics. Completely unhinged. It is 11:53. Okay, it is 11:53, almost midnight. Why am I like this? I don't know. Wash my hair with the Total Black Earth shampoo. I have a video on this. I love this stuff, so just using my healing oil and my Lock It Up gel, and then of course my clips, and yeah, that's it. So okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is something I actually saw on TikTok, which is that some people are perming their locks. Now listen, I'm gonna try to find a video, but basically I saw a girl perming like the perimeter of her locks because she didn't want to deal with the nappiness, we know how we feel about that word, or the tightness, the coiliness of her edges. She was like, she missed having like her slick edges, and so she permed the perimeter of her hair. And then I saw another one where they were actually perming the actual locks so that they were a little bit less fluffy. I was like, I was shocked. I was shocked at first. I was like, there's no way people are perming their locks. People are perming their locks. Like, again, to each his own. Yes, it is your head of hair. You are free to do with whatever you want with your head of hair. But I do have an opinion on it. You know, I'm a human and I do have an opinion on it. And my opinion is what is actually happening here. Like, what is happening? What is the point of having a ethnic hairstyle if you're just going to perm it so that it can be more straight and more European-like? Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all. So I was like literally shocked. I thought it was a joke at first. I was like, perming my locks. You know, when you come across a lot of videos, sometimes they're clickbait. So I was like, oh, this has to be a joke. But no, it was no joke. It was no joke. It was definitely serious. Yeah, people are out there perming their locks. So I don't know too much about that, to be honest, because I was shocked to even see that was a thing. But if you do perm your locks, or you know somebody that does, or like you've come across these videos, tell me what you think. Like, is that normal? Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? Another thing I want to talk about is, why is everybody cutting their locks off? I feel like every day I come across a video of someone combing out their locks or cutting their locks off. And I've seen so many different opinions on this and so many different reasons. I think some people definitely have a genuine reason of just like, you know, they've had their locks for a long time, they're heavy, you know, hair does carry energy. So they're just like, I want to release this energy, I want to get this off of me. But then I have seen some girls where it's like they had their locks, they wanted to go on a self-love journey. They had their locks for like 3 months and then they just give up on it. And I'm just like, dang girl, like you didn't even really give it a chance, I feel like, to really blossom. And that's why I made that video saying like, there's no such thing as an ugly phase. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I made a TikTok. I think I uploaded it to shorts too. But there's no such thing as an ugly phase. Like, if you think that you're cute, you're gonna be cute regardless of what hairstyle you have. Locks, straight hair, an afro, braids, like just embrace it. I feel like when you embrace it, your confidence shines through. It literally does not matter what hair you have, even if you don't have any hair. Like, it's your confidence is what's making it. So I don't know, when I saw a couple of videos like that of girls just like kind of like giving up on their locks, I'm like, dang, like I wish you would have stuck it through, because to me everybody looks so gorgeous with their locks. So I'm like, you know, if you would have stuck it through, you probably would have enjoyed it. But I do understand that there's a time and a place for everything, and maybe that just wasn't their time or their place at the moment to be starting a lock journey, or even to start a self-love journey. Maybe there's more things that they have to learn about themselves before they'll be ready to like make those steps. So I do understand the combing out your locks and chopping off your locks. I definitely understand it a lot more than perming your locks. Can't believe I decided to do this at friggin' midnight. Like, what the heck? Next topic, which is dyeing your locks. What do y'all think about dyeing your locks? Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, a color would be so cool. I love the like brown color, but I'm also like, I don't want to damage my hair, and I know dyeing can be very damaging to locks. And then I'm also like, me personally, I know I will get sick of a color very easily, so I'm like, I don't need to go ahead and dye my whole head a color, and then I'm gonna be sick of it in like a little bit. So I don't know, what's y'all's thoughts about dyeing your locks? Like, is it worth it? I feel like, yes, it's hair and it grows back, but is it worth it? Like, does it damage it that much? Does it just depend on what color you're doing or how you're doing it? Who's doing the coloring for you? If you're doing like an at-home box dye, is it really gonna cause that much damage? I just don't know. But at the end of the day, like I always say, like, it is your hair. You are free to do whatever the frig you want. But I will say, I don't think that you should be dyeing your hair if you have starter locks. You just shouldn't. Like, give your hair a chance to like grow, develop, get strong, be mature before you're like, oh, I'm just gonna dye it. And I know you have that urge because the starter lock phase can be kind of boring, especially if you started yours really short, because you don't have that many opportunities for different hairstyles and stuff like that. But just give it a chance. Like, don't just be so quick to change something about your hair. Live in it for a second before you make a permanent decision to dye it. You never realize how difficult like talking and doing a task is until you become a YouTuber. You're like, dang, I appreciated all those friggin' makeup videos and stuff that we used to watch back in the day. Like, those girls had to talk and do this at the same time. Like, it can be kind of difficult. Insta-locks and lock extensions, because man, can the girls live? Like, people be going in with the girls that have lock extensions and Insta-locks. And just for the record, I do not. I'm just here to spread a message. And that is, to each his own. Like, yes, I happen to agree. Like, to me, the best method would be to start with your own hair. Go ahead, be in the trenches, really feel the experience. Even though to me, it wasn't even a bad experience, like, at all. Like, there was not one point where I was like, oh, I don't know about this. Like, to me, I felt beautiful the whole time, and I love the way my hair came out. That's me, though. That's me, and that's my experience. Everybody's experience is not going to be like that. I do understand. But if you ask me, hey, would you get Insta-locks? Would you get lock extensions? My answer would be no. With that being said, though, I understand why somebody would want to get Insta-locks. Depending on your hair texture, if you know that your hair consistently unravels and you're gonna have to be dealing with that the whole time that you're trying to get your locks to a mature phase, Insta-locks may be beneficial to you. Me personally, I knew that my hair would lock because when I was loose natural, I used to do mini twists all the time. Sometimes, excuse me, sometimes if I left them in too long, like my hair would kind of start to lock at the root. So I knew like, okay, my hair is prone to locking up like that, I'll be good. But if I had a different hair texture, maybe I would be more inclined to think about getting Insta-locks, you know what I mean? I just don't think that we should be bashing each other. Like sometimes I see people in the comments under videos of girls that have Insta-locks and they're like, oh, you cheated the system. You cheated the thing. It's like, I get what you're saying, and yes, maybe they didn't have the full experience that you had, but let's not like just completely invalidate their experience either. I'm sure Insta-locks come with their own set of trials and tribulations that those women or those people have to go through. So I don't know. I hate all the hate in the lock community. I feel like there's just so much hate, like every little thing. You can't do anything. If you're Insta-locking your hair, you're not a real lock. You're not a real lock goddess. If you have lock extensions, you're not a real lock goddess. Again, me personally, would I do it? No. Would I get them? No. But that's just me. I'm one person. Just like you're one person. You can speak for yourself. I don't think that you can just blanket statement say, hey, everybody that has lock extensions cheated the system and cheated their way to having locks. Like, be so serious. And also, like, I hate that we're just as texturous as the natural hair community. The lock community is just as texturous as the loose hair naturals. Like, it's ridiculous. People with short chunkier locks do not get the same love as people that have like these long boho looking locks with the curly ends. Like, they just don't. And it's, oh my gosh, I'm just like, why is there so much hate in the lock community? Aren't we supposed to be uplifting with each other? Aren't we supposed to be celebrating black natural hair? Like, where is the love? Where is the love? Oh my goodness. And with the whole Little Mermaid thing, I saw a lot of people saying like they're not going to watch the movie because they didn't select a hairstyle, like a lock hairstyle that was more, I guess, true to black hair, to coarser hair. They gave her a looser pattern. And I do understand that. And is that disappointing? Sure. Could it have been, or would I have liked to see it with a more coarser hair? Yes, because that is the texture of hair that I have. As you can see, like, my locks are not boho fringy locks with loose curls and tendrils going through it. But I think that it was definitely a step in the right direction for them to give her locks in general. So I still went to see the movie. I supported her. I love The Little Mermaid though. People will say like, oh, The Little Mermaid sucks because she's just she did all that just to get a man and stuff like that. That's not the way I look at The Little Mermaid. Like, if you listen to what Ariel was saying, she wanted to be part of their world. She wanted the knowledge. She wanted to know what they know. She wanted to be able to learn and experience these things by herself without being trapped to just the sea. She saw that there was more life above the water, and she wanted to go explore and figure things out and have that knowledge and be an explorer. That's what I got from it. Yes, she happened to meet a guy and so, you know, it had a love aspect to it, but that wasn't her only dreams and aspirations. And if you listen to what she was saying the whole time she was talking, when she was making her discoveries and talking with Scuttle and Flounder, she was so excited. You could see the passion in her voice. It wasn't always about Eric. It was about, oh, I found this thing. What do you think the humans use this for? What do you think this is used for? She wanted knowledge. She wanted knowledge. She just happened to meet a guy and, you know, did some things, as we all do. Like, y'all need to really back up on Ariel sometimes. Like, let her live. Acting like y'all never did nothing crazy for a man. Please. I've seen y'all. I've been knowing y'all for a while. I've been seeing y'all. I see y'all do a lot worse, okay? Get that. We only have this little section left. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know why I always choose to do my hair at the friggin' crack of dawn. It's now 12:21. Who do I think I am? Why am I like this? Like, I'm always doing my hair at the crack ass of dawn and then wondering why. And the thing is, like, I have to stay up a little bit after I do everything because I want to make sure that they're mostly dry. Then I take the clips out, then I can go to sleep. So even once I'm finished doing this, I have to stay up a little bit to make sure that they're a little bit dry. But last section, I wonder how many locks I have in this section. Let's count them. See, this is why. This is why it be taking me so long, because I be doing all this extra shit. But for real, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 locks in this section. Let's get it. Ooh, here's a good one. What do you guys think about covering your locks? Not covering it with like a scarf, like a wrap, covering it with like wigs or weave, like braiding weave over your locks. I'm very curious to know what y'all think. Firstly, I want to say some of the styles be really, really cute. I think extremely cute. Like, we've all seen Chloe Bailey and Haley. Haley, it's late. We've all seen Chloe and Hallie have really, really, really cute lock hairstyles, like over their locks. Whoever their hairstylist is, kudos to them, because they be really going in with the wigs. Like, you can't even tell sometimes that they have locks. Like, it's just so flat. It looks like, oh, they probably just have like regular hair under there. Like, it looks so realistic. So one, it can look good. So we know that it can look good. What do y'all think about that? Again, online, a lot of people are like, oh, that's cheating. You shouldn't put anything over your locks. Like, if you got locks as a hairstyle for a reason, then just, you know, wear them for that reason. I don't think there's anything wrong with switching it up. I think it does become a problem though if you constantly have something over your locks, because then it's kind of like, well, what was the point of you going natural or switching over to having a locked hair? Like, maybe maintenance, maybe it's easier for you to just throw the wig on over top. Like, I don't know, because again, it's not something that I do, but I can see both sides. Like, I can see why you would want to take a break from your hair. And it's really pretty. Also, the length. My hair is its length right now. It's gonna take a while before my hair is down to my waist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, before it's swinging on my back. Like, it's gonna take a minute. So if you're looking for length, say you have a show, say you have, I don't know, pictures coming up, like graduation pictures or something, you're like, I really want my hair to be long, then it's not a bad option, you know? But personally, again, I wouldn't do it. I just think, you know, just embrace your natural hair. Like, you locked your hair for a reason. It may not even have been to discover self-love, to discover more confidence or anything like that. It surely wasn't my reason. My reason was for literally like ease and just to cut down on like doing hair, because my daughter has a lot of hair and I was the only one doing her washes and her like resetting of her hair, like recombing it out, detangling and all that for the new week, every school week. I was the only one doing it, and it was very overwhelming to try to keep up with my hair and her hair. Like, it was just a lot. So I was like, you know what, I always wanted locks. I would talk about it all the time, and one thing was, when I was younger, I would say like, oh, I'll probably lock my hair when I'm older and I have kids. And I'm like, you know what, I was onto something when I said that, because yeah, I'm a little bit older now, I have kids, and it's just too much. Like, it was driving me crazy. So I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and lock my hair and start this journey. And I did. And again, it wasn't for self-love. I am immensely in love with myself, especially my looks. I think that I'm gorgeous. I've always thought that I was gorgeous. I've always had great self-confidence. I've always been very sure of myself. I'll try to insert some pictures So you can see me like posing when I was younger. Like I was always hitting a pose. Like I was always very sure of myself, especially my appearance. So it wasn't like I needed self-love in that type of way. But I will say it has drastically, even my confidence was already at like a 10. It took my confidence up to like a 15. Because now I truly don't need to do my hair. Now I truly don't need to put on makeup. Like I go outside natural as fuck. Like look at my eyebrows right now. And I have no intention on doing them. I've kept them like this for weeks. And so it's really, now I can truly say like when I'm doing something, if I do choose to do my makeup, if I do choose to like do my hair in a little fancier way, I can truly say it's because of me, not from any outside influence, because I'm so sure and confident in myself. It's insane. Like the amount of attention and gratitude that my locks receive from other people that just like, you know what, wow, I just love that you're wearing your natural hair in that way. And they can see like I'm not constantly retwisting my hair. Like I let it go months before, which is probably not a good thing, but I let it go months before I retwist and stuff. They're just like, wow, I love that you have that confidence to just step outside of your house looking like you, looking like Keona. This is how you look. This is how you came into the world. Men love it, women love it. Like it's done wonders. So if you are someone who struggles with confidence, like you're like, oh, okay, I don't see the beauty in me at all, I would definitely recommend locks. Like you'll get adjusted, but again, you have to go on the journey. So if you are like, oh, I want this self-confidence, but then I want to cover my locks every day with a wig, it's not going to work. Like you have to be about it, basically. And if you're not, or you're not yet, that's fine. Take your time, but just know I don't think that it will truly work if you try to cover them up all the time, because then you're not getting actually used to wearing them in their natural state. You're not getting used to the frizz. You're not getting used to the outgrown roots. You're covering it up with something else, and something that doesn't look anything like your hair texture, which is why I have like kind of a different opinion between like lock extensions and like covering your locks with a wig or weave. It's like, yes, this is still cheating technically, like you're adding length to your hair that's not yours, it's fake, but at least it's the same texture and it's visually makes sense. This is a whole white woman wig that you're putting on your head. Like, I don't know, I think it's a little bit different. And again, to each its own, but if you ask my opinion, I'm just like, wear your locks, girl. Wear your locks. You installed them for a reason. Just go ahead and wear them. Don't worry about that wig. That would be right there if you choose to not stay on the journey and, you know, cut your locks or something like that. Those wigs will still be there. Trust me. They need you more than you need them, for sure. For sure. Those wigs, the wig companies, everybody profiting off of that, they need that a lot more than you need it. So embrace your natural hair, please. Please. We made it to our last two. I don't even know if I'm going to post this, because what was I even talking about this whole time? I don't know. I feel like I was just like rambling on. It did help me go a little faster, so I appreciate y'all. And if I do ever post this, just know that y'all really helped me out. The thought of y'all watching me twist my hair helped me out immensely. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like, did I even talk about controversial topics? I don't even know what just happened, but last one. Brand new bitch. Love you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.